we go. All right. That's up and running. What do we have here? Cancel. Not made for children and going live. There we go. This one here. This one here. That one there. That one there. That one there. Add title. Okay, that one should be like that. You're not live? No, right there. That should be good. All right, let's tilt it a little like that. There we go. That's better. All righty. Live.
You'll have your strategy. In a month, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. Tap the screen to join us.
Almost ready. Live. There we go. And what do we have happening here? We're telling everyone you're live. Whoops. Huh. What the hell is this? Okay, there we go. That's a no, and that's there. Okay, this is right there. Look who's here tonight. Calvin, Sean, Mike, Kev, Duck City, Cool Beans, Double O, Cha-Cha, Neil, what's happening? Good evening, everyone. Good evening. And we're going over here. Who do we have over here? Technologist, William, user. Big Dogs in the house. Bosco, Nicholas, Benbot, Neil, Swan, Ice Green, Just Curious, BBBC, Anik, what's going on? JPC, Just Curious, hello. David Johnson, what's going on? Michael Sinclair, what's going on, Doc? Derek, Amy, good evening, Miss Amy. Ricky, what's going on? Texas Toys, evening. Ariel, David Johnson, what's going on, everyone? All right, anyway, first and foremost, what do we have happening over here? Do we even have anybody here? Oh, the microphone is muted. Okay. That better. Video is... Why the hell is my video stopped? What the hell is going on there? I have no idea what that means. What's going on here? Zoom, switch, 9:15, start, waiting, okay, reclaim host, there we go. Let's see if I get this right here, video, there we go, all right, okay, I got to figure out where that is coming from. All right, let's mute that works. What are we having over here? Let me get rid of that. That's better. That's better. How many these things do I have? Holy cow, what do we got going on here? Oh, right there. Audio. Mute. There we go. Oh. Let's see if I can figure this out. Leave meeting there. Is that right? Or did I leave the meeting here? Okay. I don't even know if it's working over there. Shit. Give me a second. Trying to get this thing ironed out. Watching UT for a while. Okay, UT4 for a while. Cool beans. Do we have this thing running? Zoom. quite sure. I'm the only one here. Why am I the only one here? I'm the host. Okay. Righty. All right. I have no idea what's going on there. Let's see what happens. Let's keep the thing progressing forward. Switch. I'm not quite sure what that's going to do. Start. Okay. Reclaim host. All right. Well, let's see what happens. All right. Not 100% sure. Watching YouTube for a while. Sorry, dumb name. Yep, got it. Matt Daddy, back again. Holy cow. Find it rather interesting, Matt Daddy. You don't seem to respect what I do. You question everything that I do. Oh, and you're liking the video. My goodness. Teddy, what's going on? Is this Trading View? No, this is not Trading View. This is Dividend Stock Talk. Brought to you by the 10-Minute Trade. Oh, what do I have going on over here? Uh-oh, got a bunch. Holy cow, got a lot of people over there. What is that noise? Where is it coming from? All right, don't. Get rid of that. That's the only noise coming here. Why is it coming through? There we go. Nope. Okay. There we go. Nope. That ain't doing it either. Damn it. Why the echo tonight? Ben, I have no clue. I'm trying to figure that out right now myself. All right, let's get rid of this. Let's do that. All right, I'm just going to do that. And that did it. All righty. All right, Elvis has left the building. I'm not quite sure how this is working over here. All right, start video. There we go. That's video. Okay, that's going. Kevin, good evening there, Mr. Kevin, and how are you doing today? All right, we got a whole bunch of people tonight over on this YouTube channel. Melodic Angie, how are you today? I got to back this up a little bit because I'm missing a whole bunch of these questions. Why is the screen blinking pink and the audio is echoing? Scott, totally no clue. Isn't that weird? I have no freaking clue. All right, mute microphone, Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to end this one here and then restart it, and hopefully rebooting it will fix that problem. All right. So let's try this one more time. And live, there we go, go live, and this should do it. Not now over there. And there we go there, and there we go, loop-de-loo. Okay, and Paul, what's happening, Paul? All right, try introducing the fan badge and letting viewers know something. I like to play devil's advocate from time to time. Someone has to challenge you. The brokerage platform I meant. All right, Teddy, thank you. All right, Matt Daddy, if you have something really good to say, hey, I'm all for it. Okay, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure you actually understand what I do and the fact that I've been doing it for close to 20 years. So there's not a whole heck of a lot you can say that's going to throw me off my game. But I appreciate the challenge. Thank you. Okay, no sound on Thinkorswim charts. Echo on the other YouTube. Thanks, Marks. Let's see if we can fix that. Echo. Okay, that seems to be working. Thinkorswim. Bump. That better? Nope, that ain't it. Desktop audio. Nope, that ain't it. Damn. All right, as you can tell, echo is gone, but the chart has no sound. I'm not quite sure if the chart is supposed to have any sound. Audio input. Okay. That's supposed to be working fine. It says it's working, so let's get rid of it for a second and reboot it. All right, so I'm going to reboot the YouTube. Oh, okay, so let's try it again. So here we go. Audio input. Okay, and here we go. Deep Tech. Okay. And howdy. It seems to be working fine. Okay. Echo's gone. Charts have no sound. Maybe it should be working now. All right. Let's see if I'm all caught up right here. Broke from. Okay. All right. So let's see. Who do we have over here? Ivory Lewis Pinkest. Okay. Good evening to you. Parker. Good evening, Parker. Parker the Smarker. Sammy Hammy, what's going on? Goober the Uber. All right. Debo. He lives in the wall, stays away from the wall. Okay, all right. Now I'm not even going to bother with that one anymore. I came second in the... All right, not going to do that one. Hello. It's coming from you. All right, thank you. All right, Kevin. Talking a big L right now because I don't listen and did a weekly covered call on Wolf. Oh, sorry, Kevin. I shouldn't have laughed out loud, but I'm thinking to myself, I don't like Wolf. Okay, and I don't know if I ever looked at it and gave you my opinion, because somebody asked me a while ago what I thought of Wolf, and I don't know if it was you or someone else. But you learned your lesson? Okay. I don't even know what Wolf does. All right, so let's do this. Hold on. I got to go back to the beginning to miss some of these questions. RTX, that's Raytheon. I got to turn the page. RTX. We'll take a gander at in a little bit. Hold on a second. What did I miss here? Doc's here. Forex. No. Watching for YouTube for a while. No, I don't do Forex. YouTube link in the charts. Very low volume. All right. Watching. Okay. Yeah. Why the echo tonight? Don't know. No sound. Got that. I like you have a cupcake. All right. Echo is gone. All right. RTX. Wolf. Okay. Missiles. Okay. Whatever. All righty. Andy, good evening. Todd, good evening. All right. So what do we have here? Okay. We got that noise gone. So why is it taking so long to load, though? That's why I stopped it. Rich Bruner's in the house. Good evening. Everdeen. Shanda. Okay, you fixed it. Thank you. Tin Man. Paul, what's up? Ben, good evening. Wampa, good evening. Big Mo, good evening. Michael Quinn. Plan Duo, good evening. Kahi. All good now. Thank you, Kahi. Pink Echo Fix, thank you. Okay, World of Optimism wants to take a look at Ford. Hold on. All right, Ford down. UPS and TSCO. UPS, TSCO. That's Tractor Supply. Keith, Pat, Hypersitchin. Okay, whatever. Nico, what's going on? B-Cells, what's happening? Shags, Daniel, Mac. All righty. Mr. Ferguson, good evening, good evening. All right. Mrs. Bankster, good evening. You never look at Ford. Funny thing is, we looked at Ford last night. Okay? We looked at Ford last night, and I looked at Ford this morning. Something wrong with eyeball? Yeah, I got a nail stuck in it. Thanks for reminding me. Rural, you want to live in, girl? Oh, my goodness, I haven't seen you for a while. Hey, Mr. Bill's in the house. Big Drew, what's happening? Big Mo, good evening. VIP Gold. Link in the bio. Okay. All righty, that's everyone. All right, I said hi to everyone. Thank you. Oh, Matt Daddy, really? Block? What the heck is block? BL. I have no idea why I've never heard of it. And if I never heard of it, usually it's going to be a no. And why not? Let's pick on you tonight there, Matt Daddy. Matt Daddy. Okay, block. B-L-O-K. Hell no. What the hell are you thinking? Seriously? Now, Matt Daddy, when I say, okay, you like to pick on me, fine. Let's pick on you for a second. When I say, okay, this is an ETF. I don't trust computers. Why would I give my money to an ETF, electronically traded fund? And don't give me the BS that it's exchange traded funds. All these exchanges run on computers. So no, I don't care how big the premium is, and that's not my idea of big. 44 is only 55 cents. And I got to hold it for 8 days. What's the next one? I'm going to get my glasses out for this one. 44, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, interesting. Still going to be a no. Okay. Now my idea of a big premium is not 1%. Right now it's at 43.41. So the next strike price is going to be the 44. That's only 55 cents. That's not that big. Link in the bio got that. Bill, Mr. Sean, good evening. Orly, Shanda, what the heck is Orly? O-R-L-Y. O-R-L-Y. And I can tell you no for KB. Come on, Whirlpool is a monthly. You should know this by now. Scott, reasons why you would roll an option as opposed to letting it expire and sell the call against it next week. Okay, Scott Hacker, sometimes it doesn't make financial sense. And if the stock is in the money, and in the money means I could be losing, it always comes down to a financial transaction. What do I mean by that? What do the numbers look like? Uh-oh, Chandra, O'Reilly's Automotive. You got to give, oh, yeah, no. O'Reilly's Automotive, we'll take a look at it. Okay. Mox Capital, good evening. What about Target? Ooh, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Okay, isn't that John Cafferty? No, wait, John Fogerty. Okay, sorry. Bill, Julian Tyler is my friend. I have no idea who Julian Tyler is. Okay, so what do we have here? Uh-oh, Scott wants to take a look at Macy's. All right, we'll take a look at that. Ishmia Moore, good evening, and how are you today? Okay, what's your thoughts on Japanese and Chinese markets? Don't do them. Sorry, Jay, U.S. market only. Can we look at Costco stock? No, Bill, we cannot look at Costco stock. I like staying under $300. Costco is what, in the 800s, 900s? No, thank you. Okay, thank you there, Jay, for understanding. All right. I seem to be, ooh, Hector wants to look at Bank of America, BAC. Here we go. Yo, okay, I'm all caught up. Bill, why? Why? Because, Bill, what possibly do you think? Okay, what is it about me that makes you think I have enough money to buy a $900 stock? Okay, $900. That means 100 shares is $90,000, or is it more? 9,000? No, wait a minute. 900. 90,000. Yeah, 90,000. Because I said no, I don't do stocks over 300. You know, it's like if the sun rises in the east, it just does. When I say I don't do something, that's just what it means. I don't do it. Okay? Wait, can you tell me the story about the nail stuck in your eye? No, I prefer not to, Kevin, but thank you. EUAD. Anita, what is EUAD? EUAD. Okay, so enough of all that. Let's jump in and see what we got. We got a bunch of stocks to take a look at. Come on, 900 times. Yeah, I get it. Thank you. Jack, Palantir. Yeah, no. Check out how often they increase their dividends. Well, 1,400 shares instead of 9,300 shares because I would see it with that point. Okay. If it works for you, not a problem. But I'm not going to do it. Plain and simple. I like all my stocks under 300. Preferably under 200. Preferably. Okay, because 1% of a $900 stock is almost the exact same as 1% of a $5 stock. 1% is 1% no matter which way you look at it. European defense stocks. Yeah, Anita, if it's not an American stock traded on the U.S. market, it's automatically going to be a no. But okay. Yeah, thanks, Matt Daddy. You chime in when it's convenient for you. Thank you. Anyway, let's keep on going. First stock on the list for tonight is going to be Caterpillar. All right, so let's take a look at Caterpillar. Caterpillar, C-A-T. I can spell hat, H-A-T, but I can't spell high, low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Down, sideways, up, down, up. Okay, cool. 324 is the current price. So I'm going to be looking at the 325s. And the 325s are going for 575. Well, that sounds nice. Jack O'Connor. I'm about to graduate college. Any advice for investing? Yeah. Take your time. Never buy something you don't want to own for the rest of your life. Don't panic and don't sell at a loss. What if I have same opinions as you, James? There's nothing wrong with that at all, I guess. Party Springs Entertainment. Got to keep you honest. Matt Daddy, I appreciate that. But not once have you ever heard me say, hey, I got a great deal for you, buy this. Nope, I don't do that. Neither have you ever heard me say, oh, you got to buy this stock. Your chart analysis seems kind of haphazard. How about some moving averages or something? Okay, so Matt Daddy, you seem to miss the huge elephant in the room. The huge elephant in the room was the trading strategy that I am giving away for free, okay, was created for my 9-year-old daughter, okay, when she was 9, and she was not a Mensa student. I'm just going to hopefully you realize what that means. So, simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. That's the 5 criteria that I had to overcome to create a trading strategy for a 9-year-old. Okay, Karen, CoinStock, they haven't been around for 20 years. It's going to be an automatic no. Sorry. Okay? All right, so let's take a look at Caterpillar. And Matt Daddy, I'm terribly sorry if it doesn't make sense to you. But to me, it does. It went down, it went sideways. It went up, it went down, then it went up again. You want more than that? Start your own show. Anyway, besides the point. Current price is $324.25. If I buy it at $324.25, the closest strike price is going to be the $325. And that, at the moment, is going for $575. Okay, that's well over 1.5%. That kind of makes sense to me. All right, I like Caterpillar. However, I don't like stocks over $300, but I do Caterpillar because I like Caterpillar. And just the way it is. Greek, New Jersey. Encourage more viewers to share. All right, thank you. What the hell did I just do? Damn it. Hit a button. Uh-oh. I get someone who's typing in a something. I can't read that. Okay, whoever just had a comment on YouTube. I appreciate your interaction. I really do. However, I don't know why you think I understand what you just wrote, but I don't understand it. Korean. Oh, thanks, Jay. I don't understand Korean, but thank you. All right, so let's take a better look at Caterpillar and see if it is a good idea. Chandra, when do I get in so I don't miss the payday? Chandra, to be the bearer of bad news, okay? It's me, Dan. Yeah, Dan, sorry. I'm terribly sorry. And I have no problem whatsoever admitting that I cannot read Korean. Sorry. Teddy, why is this called a dividend stock talk when your strategy is mostly options? Oh, Teddy, thank you for that one. Ishmia Moore, thank you. It's me, Dan. It's okay. Alrighty. Okay, so Teddy, I invest in dividend stocks only. And I use the dividend to tell me when to buy the stock. Okay, let's get out here for a second. Because apparently Teddy has never seen this. Okay, you ready, Teddy? Here we go. Sent. Well, let me try it again. Hold on a second. 9:15. Nope. 9 a.m. Damn, shit. How the hell did I do that one? Okay, let's try it one more time. One more time. Uh-oh. Let's get out of there. Hold on a second. Hold on a minute. Copy invitation. Get that out of my way. Get this right to there, and here we go. And there we go. So, all right, so I am sending it out again. And almost done. Give me a second. I'm just sending out a Zoom link for those of you that are on that mailing list. And it says 9:15. All right, that's the right one. One more, and there it is. All right, and let's get that out of the way, and here we go. Okay, so sorry about that. You're just shooting the views instead to get. Jay, hold the phone for a second. Okay, Jay, I've been doing this for about a year and a half. Every once in a while, things get a little wonky. All right, so Paul, sorry about that. I just resent the link. Okay, James Busho is here, so it's working now. Okay, David, U.S. Steel, we'll write that one down. All right, Jay's getting a little impatient. Chandra, I've seen the calendar, don't understand the dates. Okay, Chandra, you ready? Here we go. This here is a dividend calendar. It's called an EX dividend calendar. What it is showing specifically at this moment in time, besides the dates, every single one of these green dots represents a company that is getting ready to pay a dividend. So why am I looking at it? Because just before the EX date, wait. There's 4 dates to remember, okay? When it comes to a dividend stock, 4 dates. First date is the announcement date. That's where they announce what kind of profits they made, what kind of dividend they're paying, and when they're paying it. It's the announcement date. It just tells you what's what. Date number 2 is the EX dividend date. That's the last day the stock trades before the dividend is paid. Date number 3 is the date of record. Whoever owns a stock on the date of record is entitled to the dividend. Plain and simple. Date number 4, the payment date. Okay, so just before the EX date, the stock has a tendency to go up in value. Great. What do you do with that information? Well, that information, I use it to do a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% trade, and that is a covered call on only dividend stocks that are consistently profitable for more than 2 decades. So I forget who said that. Who said that one? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, Teddy, there you go. That's the reason why I'm only looking at pre-qualified dividend stocks that have consistently increased their dividends for more than 2 decades. Okay, that's 20 years. So each one of these companies up here, nope, not that list. That's this list here. Okay, all of these companies have consistently increased their dividends for only over 25 years. 25 years. Consistent increased dividends. So, I don't mind buying any of them. Let's keep on moving. Let's keep on moving along. All right. Okay, Paul, I got that thing squared away. Connor, Enbridge. ENB. Now, I'm pretty sure I say the exact same thing every time someone asks me to take a look at ENB. Okay, hold tight. We're looking at Yahoo Finance. Now, I tell everybody, if you are serious about your investments, you need to find a good financial website so you can do your research. Scott, you can't find that calendar? Okay, Scott, the calendar that I just showed you is exclusively and only available on Thinkorswim. Okay? Good question. Hey, Teddy, yep, got it. Warrior Jelly Bean Gal. Cool beans, thank you. Scott, alrighty. So, here we go. Enbridge. Who asked? Okay, Connor asked for Enbridge. Okay? They have 5.83% yield, and they do have a dividend coming up on the 15th. All right, well, let's see how wonderful they are with increasing their dividends. I know there's got to be a reason why I don't do it. Hey, it's Joe Sample. All right, let's go. Enbridge, historical pricing, dividends only. Maximum amount of dividends. Ooh, 1984, wow. Okay, I want to go all the way back until 2005, because that would give me 20 years. Okay, so 2005, we start out at 10 cents. Then it jumps to 12. Then it goes to 13. Then it drops back down to 12. Well, that's not a good sign. Then it goes to 13. Then it goes to 14. And then 16. And then 15. That's back down again. And then 14. That's back down again. And then 15. Then 16. Then 17. Then 19. Then 20. Then 21. Then 24. 25. 24. That's back down again. And that's back down again. 28. 28.2, 28.3, 28.4, 28.2, 31, 31, 30, backwards, 30, backwards, 31, 32, 32, 30, backwards again, 4, 38, up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, it's not that bad, okay? It's not that bad. I've seen worse. Okay, so Enbridge, I've seen worse. All right, so let's get out of here. I'm putting ENB because somebody wants to take a look at ENB. ENB, Enbridge. That's why I don't like it. Monthly option. I don't do monthly options. See, 16 May, that's next Friday. 20 June, that's 43 days away. 18 July, 71 days away. 17 October, yeah, no. Enbridge, no. Why did I waste my time? I know there's a reason why I didn't like that damn thing. I've seen the calendar, don't understand the dates. Why don't you understand the dates for? Okay. Chandra, the dates. Okay. April 28th, April 29th, April 30th, May 1st, May 2nd, May 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. What is it you don't understand about the dates, Chandra? Seriously, what don't you understand? Jay, are you just bullshitting or you get the views instead of actually explaining anything? Thank you for that, Jay. I'm going to be on your fan club. Anyway, what do we have over here? Where do I find the calendar? Scott, the calendar is on Think or Swim. If you are a Think or Swim member, okay, it's free. You don't have to pay anything. Okay, up at the top, it says monitor, trade, analyze, scan. Market Watch, charts, tools, education, blah, blah, blah. If you come over here to Market Watch, little window will open up. The bottom of the window, it says quotes, alerts, visualize, financial rates, calendar, right there. That's where it is. Okay, EMB is a good stock for dividends. Connor, great. You do it. I don't do anything except for weeklies. I got 5 simple rules. You ready? 5 simple rules. Rule number 1, never buy something you don't understand and you don't want to hold on to. Okay? If you're not going to hold on to it for the rest of your life, don't buy it. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. It just defeats the purpose. Rule number 3, make sure the company is consistently profitable. What I mean by that is, for me, weekly options only. Enbridge is a monthly. No to Enbridge. Okay? I would prefer to get a check once a week, not once every month. Okay? Once a month is 12 times a year. That's 12 to 24% a year. If you're okay with that, fine. I don't do monthlies. They just don't work for me. And rule number 5, make sure the numbers work. We're going to get to that in a little bit. As soon as I find a good trade, we're going to actually walk through it. You said it again. Didn't you say that, Paul? Okay, got that one, got that one, got that one. James, what's your opinion on BBLNR? Because it was a dividend stock for over 20 years. Never heard of it. Hollywood Hustle. What's the play, James? Cool beans. How you doing today? Jay, so explain something. Okay, Jay, why don't you ask something? It kind of goes both ways. Matthew 24, Sermon on the Mount. Ask and you shall receive. Seek and ye shall find. Ask me a question, Jay, and I'll give you an answer. Uh-oh. Somebody has some noise in the background over there. Who is it? Who is it? It is Jim Bibby. Noise in the background, dude. I'm going to mute you there, dude. Mute. There we go. Sorry, Jim. All right. Sorry about that. Teddy, if you're selling covered calls, you already own the stock. Absolutely, Teddy. Okay, Jay, RTX Missile sells missiles. Sadly, that seems profitable in the long term to me. Okay. Where do you live? I live in the United States. Thank you for asking. Pumpkinhead. Ooh, haven't seen you in a while. All right, Teddy, there you go. 310 Life. Cool beans. What are you viewing? Where are you viewing the calendar? Oh, the calendar is on Thinkorswim. You actually have to download the app Thinkorswim onto your computer. Don't put it on your phone. It's just too congested. Okay? All right, let's keep on going. Dustin, how you doing? David Wilkes, how do I join? Well, you're joined right now. Not quite sure what you mean by that. Mary June, good evening, good evening. And how are you today, Mary June? Uh-oh. Got the Wade Cook's book? The Wade Cook book. Love it. Lots of great information. Thanks for suggesting. It's a simple, easy read. And once you read it, it's like, holy cow, I didn't realize it was that easy. Because it is. It's actually that easy. Okay, 93, APLD. What the heck is APLD? Whoops, let's move this out of the way. And APLD, there we go. Oh, Applied Digital Corporation. Interesting. Well, let's take a look. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at this. Up, down, up. Okay, nice. Want to zoom into that. See how many days that was going up. Because if it's too high, it's just too damn high. The 8th right there. Ooh, I don't know. Take a quick look. What do you think? Uh-oh, I got to move that. Yep, there we go. All right. The high of the 30-day period, 30 days ago. The low back here on the 15th. From the 15th to today, look at that movement. It goes from 3.4 to 5.5. That's 1.2. Okay, think about it. 3.4, $3.40 to $5.50. That's what, $1 and 20 cents. Okay, so $1.20 is over 30% on a $3.40 stock. That's over 30%. That's a big jump. So what do you think? Think there's going to be profit taking? And I'm not liking the numbers over here because currently it's at 550. Okay, 550. The 550s are going for 34 cents. That's 7%, almost 7%. I got a sneaky suspicion this thing has no dividends. Just a sneaky suspicion. What am I looking at? I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. Oh, APLD. APLD. Hold on. We're taking a quick look. Yeah, I thought so. There are no dividends in this time period. Now, don't get me wrong. It may be a great company. Okay, it may work great for you. I don't do stocks that don't share their profits. Okay, and there's a reason for that. Absolute worst case scenario. If the stock drops, I'm still getting higher and higher dividends. Okay, I'm having some cash flow coming in. Okay, Tugaro. Enbridge is a Canadian based. Yep, okay. His calendar has his watch list on it. EX dates, dividend dates. Yep. Uh-oh, who said oh? Uh-oh, ADM. Archer Daniel Midland. John, that's a good one. ADM. Hopefully we'll get to it tonight. Okay, Beram, good evening. David, do you have a website? How much to invest? Do you use AI robots to do shares? I don't do AI robots. I don't do AI anything. Best metrics to look at. Jack, the metrics that I look at, consistency of profitability and weekly option. That's it for me. Okay, that works for me. You got to figure out what works for you. Okay. GILD. Jay, why do I want to look at GILD? How old is it and how consistently has it increased its dividends? GILD. Gilead Sciences. Okay. Okay. Now, Jay, you ready for this? Look at the dividends for GILD. 2015 was their first dividend. 2015 was their first dividend. That's only 10 years. When I say 2 decades, 2 decades is 20 years, not 10. No to GILD. Sorry, brother. Thoughts on Sharp Radio? Sharp ratio. Tenor ratio. Jack, can you explain what that is? And let me ask you a question before you even bother explaining that to me. Do you explain that to your 9-year-old daughter and ask, honey, do you understand Sharp ratios and trainer ratio? Okay, the trading strategy I'm showing you was created for a 9-year-old. Can I have your website to join, please? The 10-Minute Trader, Dave. All right, hold on a second. Let's see if it's up here. The 10-Minute Trader, Dave. The 10-Minute Trader, and there's the button for the live trading. Now, I don't sell anything to anybody unless somebody asks, okay? So I'm terribly sorry for all you guys, but Dave did ask, so I showed it to Dave. All right? So, Jack, I'm waiting for you to show me what Sharp ratio is. And what does it have to do with dividend investing? Kind of curious. All right? All right. What's my average monthly percentage profit? Well, last year it was 1.4. This year I think it's like 1.5. Sharp ratio is risk-adjusted return by comparing its return risk. Okay, just for that, Jack, I got to show you something. Because that tells me that you're not paying attention. And the reason why I know that is because if you were paying attention, you wouldn't ask me a question like that. So let's go to YouTube, all right? Now, Jack, just to enlighten you just a smidge, all right, while I'm waiting for this to load, okay? This is my YouTube channel, okay? You see this right here, Jack? 1,000 videos. Means I got 1,000 videos. It means I've been doing this for a while, okay? Next, I want to go to videos, okay? And then I want to go to the oldest video, okay? And then from there, once I hit the oldest video, I'm going to show you the princess. Here she is. All right, and I have to make it a little louder.
Which my dad didn't let me call him that, but I do. Hi, I'm Gracie, and being part of my internet website called Thingy, which my dad didn't let me call him that, but I do. Being part of that, you're going to be getting weekly lists of stocks and auto trading, and every month you'll be getting
20 days.
All right. That's me 15 years 11. We've been trading since she was 9, and that's me 15 years ago. Now, I've been doing it for a while. And the reason why I've been doing it, because my 9-year-old daughter jumped on my lap and said, Daddy, what are you doing? Can you teach me? So how do you teach a 9-year-old how to invest in the stock market? Simple question. Now, does Sharp ratio comes into the equation? No, it don't. Does, did the Greeks come into the equation? You know, the delta, the gamma, the theta, what else? Oh, how about I teach her the Black-Scholes pricing options for standardized options? Have you seen that mathematical equation? For a 9-year-old, all right? Not a Mensa student. So, simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. So Jack, she was 9 years old when I taught her how to trade. She averaged over 5% per month. Most professional traders don't get that. Okay? So please, pay attention and concentrate on what is on the table at the moment. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent. If it doesn't make sense to you, you really don't need to be here. Okay? So, that being said, let's get out of this. Let's go back to where we were and start looking at some stocks. You guys don't want to see all this stuff. Do I have a system for placing cash secured puts? Teddy, yes, I do. But I don't do cash secured puts here. I do one trading strategy for you guys. That's it. I mean, I know a lot of stuff. And no, I'm not going to get into all of it because I value my time and I don't want to insult anyone. But I'm giving this and I'm not asking for anything in return. It's a simple, safe, predictable strategy that averages 1% or more per week. That's over 50% per year. Okay? I'm giving it free to everyone. I got to draw the line somewhere, so please, let's stick to the trading strategy at hand. Jack, I learned about Sharpe ratio in class the other day and was wondering if it was something useful. Okay, Jack, I saw this really cool movie with Bill Paxton and Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise was asking him a question. Why did they call it Science Hill? Bill Paxton simply said, don't know, don't care. That's it. Because I don't know and I don't care. I come from an age where if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it works fine, leave it alone. I have no desire whatsoever to learn anything new about this particular trading strategy. If you have something you think is better than this and is simple enough for a 9-year-old to understand, fine, let me know. But until then, I've been doing the exact same thing. I was just asking, wasn't trying to be insulting. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. And I apologize if I came off too harsh. All right? But then again, I am a Gen Xer and we really don't care about feelings. I hear the Sharpe ratio gives you an edge. Teddy, thank you for that. All right, let's continue with what we're doing. So Teddy, oh wow. Teddy, you're on both channels. Cool beans. All right, Teddy. All right, so Teddy's on 2 channels. That's kind of cool. All righty. Hungry Chef. What site or resource can you use to look at companies past 2 decades history? I use Yahoo Finance, and I go into historical pricing down on the left-hand side. Thank you, Teddy. JC, rule number 2. If the stock goes down in price, do you keep selling calls? If it gets called off at a loss. Okay, no, JC, not at all. Okay, I took 2 losses this year. Okay, that's it. Now we're into May. Okay, we are actually in what, the 3rd week of May? 3rd week of May. January, February, March, April, May. I have 2 losses this year. That's it. Okay, not that I wanted to. It just happened. OCY. Chandra, I have no idea what that is. OCY. Chandra, OCY is coming up nothing. What broker do I use? I use Thinkorswim, which is through Charles Schwab. Chandra, dividend X dates. Got it. Mike, did we finish Caterpillar? I think we did, didn't we? Did we look at Ford? Not yet. Okay, JC, can you actually Google Schwab things and find good resources, instructions? Okay. Mary June, thank you. Think that's funny. Jimmy Smellgood. All right. GGG, explain your strategy to get 1% per week. Oh, my goodness. GG, someone asks me this once a month. All right, you ready, GG? Here we go. Got to get deep breath. All right, GG, here we go. I invest in dividend stocks, pre-qualified dividend stocks. Those are companies that have increased their dividends for more than 2 decades. I buy it just before the EX dividend date because just before the EX dividend date, the stock has a tendency to go up. By knowing when the stock is going to move gives you an opportunity to have more information to help you make a better choice. A better choice gives you an opportunity to have a better profit. So by buying the stock 2 weeks before the EX date and doing a covered call, which is one of the safest trading strategies there is, I get to gain a 1% every single week from the trading strategy. How is that? Okay, we're going to look at World of Optimism. Do not do that. I asked you last night not to do that. Okay, you can ask me a question, ask it once, and that's it. Okay? That does nothing but piss me off. I answer each and every individual question. Okay? Ford. Let's take a look at Ford. Okay, Ford's a no. Here's the bottom here. Here's the top here. Now it's coming down. No to Ford for this week. Happy? There we go. Let's look at something else. Yeah, Teddy, did you see it? There's Ford right there. Yep. All righty. Next on the list. Funny thing is, Ford's on the list next. We're going to skip over Ford and go to RTX, which is Raytheon. RTX. All righty. Here we go. RTX Telecoms. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this motion. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, cool. 128.69. The 129s are going for 162. Now, 162 on a $129 stock is over 1%, and that's what I'm looking for. Name, do you do this out of desire to help people? Yes, I do, and I also do it to have a video log for my children and my grandchildren when I depart this experiment called humanity. Okay? So, I have videos going all the way back until 2012, I believe. Okay? I get videos, over 1,000 videos. 1,000 videos all the way back to 2011. I've been doing this for a while. Yeah. Thank you, name. All right. Kevin, taking a big left. Okay, right there. Wait. Can you tell this? Okay, I'm not doing that, Kevin. We already did that one. Okay, it's coming from you. All right. Wait a second. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Not sure why my name is name. All righty. But that's what it says. Uh-oh. David, is Netflix good to invest in? And was it NFLX? NFLX. Whoops. Let's click on it. Oh, wait a second. We got to finish looking at RTX. Hold on. So look at the last couple of weeks. Yeah. All right. She drops. Here's the 30-day bottom. Here's your 30-day top. Now it's kind of going sideways. This is RTX. If you like RTX. I mean, it's a simple question. Do you like it or don't you? Is this your primary income? GGG, this is not my primary income. I'm retired. Wait a minute. What was the question? My primary income doing this, sharing with you? I get nothing for doing this. I remember one night. Most nights I make nothing. I remember one night I made 2 cents. So no, I'm not this is not my income sharing with you guys. My income comes from investing my own personal money. Okay? I've been working since 1973. My first job, I think I was 12 or 13. Okay. World of Optimism, BYR. What the hell are? Byron Energy, Century Fox, and it's a weekly. Okay, cool. We'll take a gander at it. Let's see. Here's the high. Here's the low. That's where it was. This is where it is. Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up. $50.42. The 50 is going for $1.50. The 51's going for a buck. That's over 2%. Well, I like 2%. 2% every single week is over 100% in the year. Okay, Teddy, are you acquiring shares at market before EX date or are you buying CSP? Cash secured puts? No. I don't do cash secured puts. Mike, good evening. A1 stake. Ethereum is up 25% today. Cool. Yep, Teddy's cheating. I saw that, Muddy. I really appreciate all your time. Thanks, Johnny. My number one question is, when do I sell the covered call? I do all my covered calls on Monday and Tuesday. Let me briefly explain to you the workings of a weekly covered call. Okay? Monday through Friday. That's it. You have 5 days. The most amount... Oh, excuse me. The most amount of time value you're going to collect is 9:30 a.m. Monday morning to 3:59 p.m. Friday afternoon. That's the maximum amount of time you have for a weekly option. Okay, because Monday morning, market opens at 9:30. Market closes at 4. If you don't do something at 3:59, you lose out. And 80% of all options expire worthless. Do you have a passion for trading, or is it a means to an end? I find it incredibly frustrating. Okay, so no name. Appreciate the question. It's a good question. I owned a manufacturing company many, many years ago. I sold my manufacturing company because of a divorce, and I had a whole shitload of money. I tried to figure out what to do with it. Okay? I spent 10 years traveling the world, spent all that money, and now I had to go back to work. Well, then I started adding up all this money. What do you do with it? Seriously, what do you do with it? Okay? When you are retired, you got 2 choices and only 2 choices. You ready? Choice number 1, learn how to invest money yourself or give it to someone else to do it for you. There aren't any other choices. Do it yourself, give it to someone else. That's it. So, the amount of money I had when I was 59, I thought to myself, you know what? I've been trading like this for about 20 years. Okay? 15 years with this specific strategy. Okay? 1% every single week. That's over 50% per year. So the amount of money I had, and then I looked at my overhead, and I thought to myself, well, I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. This I need, that I need. This is all the money I need to bring in every month. So with the amount of money I had to bring in, and the amount of money that I had, what trading strategy could I do that actually answered the question of where's my money coming from? So 1% a week takes care of all my bills and gives me a little bit extra to help my account grow. So my account does grow every single week, and it does take care of my bills. Okay? Learn to do it yourself or have someone else do it. And I can almost guarantee with 100% accuracy, nobody has more interest in your money than you. So, when I had my manufacturing company, I had all this money, I tried a lot of stuff. I can't say I tried everything. I tried real estate. I tried collectibles. I tried cars. I tried antiques. What else did I try? I tried a bunch of stuff. But the stock market, no employees, no overhead, no inventory, consistency of cash flow. Well, hell yeah. There are other things that was appealing about it. And I can do it from anywhere. Okay, I'm not tied down. If you go back and you look at all my videos that I have done, you'll see me doing videos in the woods, deep in the woods in Maine. Okay, right in front of the DMV in Vermont. Okay, you'll see me at the beach trading. I do a lot of videos everywhere. If I can get a signal, I can trade. Now, it wasn't until recently that I start standing in front of the camera, sharing with you guys. But before that, I shot videos from everywhere. All right, let's keep on keeping on. All right, so let's go with Fox, 20th Century Fox. All right. The low of the year was a year ago, 31.71. The high of the year was 58.60. Well, from there, She dropped, retraced, dropped again, went sideways. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 days to the upside. But today was a little bit of a pullback. Well, what does that mean? Well, we're going to find out. Excuse me. We're going to find out what that means tomorrow morning. Because I like 2 days to the upside. So that was Tuesday, Wednesday, and today pulled back a little bit. So, no. But tomorrow, if she's higher tomorrow, yeah, I'll jump in tomorrow. If the numbers work. So let's take a look at the numbers. Last 30 days, right there. Okay, 30 days ago, we opened up right around 47. Jumped up to a 30-day high at 52. Dropped down to 46.50. And then we shot up to a high today. Yeah, maybe I'm going to say no. Because look at where it is. The high of the 30-day period's right there. It's almost the same. You got all this space down here for profit taking. I don't know. Maybe. We'll take a look at it tomorrow. But for the fun of it, let's take a look at seasonality. Now, you guys may not know what seasonality is, so let me briefly explain it to you. Okay? Uh-oh, not this stupid thing again. I got to prove that I'm human. Unable to verify. All right, thank you. Sounds like a great life. Should write a book. I've written 14 books so far, no name. Where can you see the videos? Oh, Princess Genie. Princess Genie. The videos are on my YouTube channel, which is The 10-Minute Trader. Jack O'Connor, what are your thoughts on high dividend yield but inconsistent returns? Nope. Wasn't that quick? Nope. So, Tim, we're not done with Fox yet. Okay, so hold tight. What I'm showing you right here, but before I show you this and explain it to you, let me briefly explain something. Stocks move in two directions. They go up or they go down. That's it. Okay? Up, down. That's it. Now, let me explain a little bit more. Now, stocks move up or they move down, but they only move for one of two reasons. I gotta prove who I am again. All right, that works. So, stocks move for two reasons and only two reasons. One is called an unknown reason. What is an unknown reason? Well, an unknown reason could be a lawsuit that comes out of nowhere. It could be a natural disaster. Hurricane, tornado, flood, earthquake. Those are unknown reasons. We can't plan for those. How about when the Exxon Valdez crashed in the Northwest? Well, it was a few years ago, but nobody saw that coming. What about the lawsuit that Apple had? They had to dish out a big chunk of money. 3M, same scenario. Okay? British Petroleum sprung a leak in the Gulf. Nobody knew these was going to happen, but it did affect the stock price. Okay? Reason number two. Unknown reason, and then we have a known reason. Things we know that causes the stock to move. So what causes the stock to move? Something that we can plan for. Earnings, dividends, season, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, New Year's, Easter, summer, okay? Labor Day, Memorial Day. These things happen every single year. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Season. That's what the seasonality chart is. All the way to the left is January 1st. All the way to the right is December 31st. It gives the whole year at a glance. The blue line represents this year. This little blue dot right there, that's today. Okay, January 1st, today. This here, red line, represents 10 years of data. That's 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, all piled up on top of each other to give us an average movement. Okay, this is the average movement over the last 10 years. So what's happening this time of the year? Right here, we click left, drag right. When that little gray bar opens up, we let it go, and look at that. Just kind of goes sideways for about 3 weeks, and then towards the end of May, she starts to go up. Well, covered calls and spreads are great for a sideways moving stock. Why is your channel called 10-Minute Trader when your show lasts an hour? Thank you, Laurie. I don't have to answer that question. Let me answer his question because I got 6 other channels here. He asked the question, why is it called a 10-minute trader if it takes me about an hour to explain everything? Because you guys can't talk and listen as fast as I can go. That's why I got to slow down for you guys. All right? Because I can talk really fast and you can understand what I'm saying. If you don't understand what I'm saying, I can understand what is this? Seasonality chart. Seasonality chart basically shows you the average move over the last 10-year period based on historical performance. In the historical performance, 2015, 2016, 2017, on and on and on and on. I can keep going like that all night. I was born up in the New England area. We talk really fast and we understand exactly what's happening in a faster pace. But the reason it's called the 10-minute trader, when my daughter was 9 years old, remember I told you the story? She jumped on my lap, said, Daddy, what are you doing? Can you teach me? Well, yes, I can, honey. What would you like to do? You want to learn how to trade stocks? Great. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent. Now, let's figure it out. How do you create a strategy for a 9-year-old? And it had to be less than 10 minutes. Because if it was more than 10 minutes, did you have any comprehension whatsoever, the attention span of a 9-year-old? Yeah. Stay focused, honey. Only going to take 10 minutes. It is a 10-minute strategy. I'll show you in a second how quickly you should be able to go through all this stuff. Have you ever thought to use AI? Yes, no. Teach your strategy and have it scan the stocks to meet the criteria. Yeah, dude, I have seen enough computer movies. 2001: A Space Odyssey. Yeah, no thank you. Terminator. Yeah, no thank you. There's a few other ones. I don't trust computers as far as I can throw them. Okay? Princess, I love how you simply tell it all. Oh. I'm brand new, started training on April 15th after paying taxes. Oh my goodness. Princess, why do you pay taxes? Do you have any idea? Oh, never mind. I'm not even going to go into the tax. No, every time I talk about taxes, I get myself in trouble. Okay? You volunteered to give them a gift. Income tax, federal income tax is a gift to the IRS. It was the funniest thing because I didn't know. And then somebody showed me in the IRS code. Okay? It is not a tax. It is a gift that you give to the IRS. The AI will use your dividend strategy against us. Yes, it will. So I have no idea to do that. What about PGR? What the heck is PGR? I heard that before, but it didn't want to go to jail. Well, then you shouldn't do anything illegal, princess. Okay? You only go to jail. Now, see, the funny thing is, you can take a look at the guys who went to jail for what they say. But if you look at the court documents, like I said, Al Capone got arrested not for tax evasion. He got arrested for fraud. Basically, he signed a tax document. Once you sign that tax document, that's a legal document. And you can give your tax returns to 10 different people, and you will get 10 different answers. And the IRS can take you to jail for falsifying documents because they can decide which one they want to believe. Okay? So let's stop on the taxes. I get in trouble every time I talk about those. Talk to a tax strategist. If you don't want to pay taxes legally, talk to a tax strategist or a tax planner to help you avoid taxes legally. I like that. Sorry. I can listen. I do not hear it a lot. Jack O'Connor. He only trades stocks, thank you, with 2 decades of profitability because it just makes sense. Okay. Yep. Uh-oh. How do you check seasonality with stocks on Thinkorswim? Kevin, hold that thought for 1 second. Okay, Princess Janie, I heard that before but didn't want to go to jail. I've never heard the explanation for no cash secured puts. Okay, Teddy, you ready? Here's my explanation. My explanation for no cash secured puts, very simple. Okay? I am going over and above giving away for free a strategy that will teach you how to get 50% or more per year. For free. No strings attached. I think I'm giving away more than enough of my time and energy. Could I explain the cash secured puts and can I do some for you? Yes, I could. but I'm not going to. Okay? Okay, pumpkin? All right, let's keep on going. Let's start looking at some stocks. You guys keep asking all these questions. Let's go back to Fox and get back to why we're here. We want to look at stocks and try to figure out if it works, can we make a profit, and what ones are good. Okay. Are you calling us dumb, A1 Steak? I did not say that at all. Have you tried Pokemon cards? Oh, my kids had Pokemon cards years ago. David, do you read maps from left to right or right to left? And how about to get in and out? Okay, David, believe it or not, I do know how to read a map. Open it up, unfold it, and I know how to fold a map. Most of you people here, younger folks, probably don't even know how to read a map. And that's perfectly okay, because you got, what is that, MapQuest? Or Google Maps? But before MapQuest came out, before TomTom came out, before, what was that other one? Before TomTom. There was another one. I forget what it was. But anyway, yeah. So let's get back to what we're doing here, okay? I like that. Sorry, I can listen to it here. Okay, whatever. Hex Farming, GIS. Okay, Lumina, GIS is, don't tell me. General Mills. All right, so General Mills, GIS, is a monthly. 16 May, 20 June, 18 July, 19 September. That means it's a no. Garmin, thank you, Hex. Yeah, before Garmin came out, you had to actually have a map to read where everything was and how to read it. All right, anyway, let's keep on going. No, sorry, General Mills, even though it's a great company, it really is. General Mills has been around for over 100 years. Great if you want to do monthly options. I don't want to do monthly options. I prefer weekly because I want to get a check every single Friday. Okay? Teddy, yes, I do sell cash secured puts, but I don't do it here. Okay? That is a service that I do only for the paying customers on the morning trading group. I don't see a link in your profile. Where do I find my books and strategy? Ooh, the books. Yeah, the books are all on Amazon. However, book number 14, I haven't even uploaded it yet. Okay, do you read? Okay, I did that one. Sorry, AutoCredit, Garmin, blah, 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 blah. Oh, Cammie is here. Good evening, Miss Cammie, and how are you today? It would be weird if it's actually the Cammie that I think it is, but I seriously doubt it. Thank you for answering. Awesome channel. You're welcome, Teddy. So let's keep on keeping on. And next one on the list is going to be, considering you guys ran out of suggestions, we're going back to the list. Do Nintendo. That ain't happening. Next on the list is UPS. Ooh, I got a question on UPS this morning. It was a good question, too. And there we are, 96. So let's take a gander at UPS. The high of the year was about a year, which means the closest strike price to 96.95 is going to be the 97. So the 97 is going for $1.67. That's just shy of 2%. It's more than 1.5%. But think about it. 1% per week is about 50% per year. 1.5% per week is about 75% a year. 2% a week is over 100% a year. Cammie just got the number 2 gifter badge. Thank you there, Miss Cammie. Are there any issues jumping into the last week of the month option? I'm not quite sure what you mean that, just curious. Okay, Market Beat wants to take a look at Alibaba. Now, Alibaba is not an American stock, and Alibaba only has, as far as I remember, 2 years of dividends. So that's a no. Good evening, sir. What is your most profitable strategy? My most profitable strategy? That would be buying a call. Just the call itself. But the call itself has a 20% chance of winning. So you have an 80% chance of losing. See? Higher reward, higher risk. Okay? You asked? That's what it is. Bill, no investment in your strategy. Bill, I have no idea what that means. D wants to take a look at Annalie. Ooh, Sun Nation. What do I think about covered calls on Progressive Insurance, PGR? PGR. PGR, Progressive. Aren't they a monthly? No, they're not. 283. Interesting. Well, let's take a gander. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at the motion. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. We're at 283. It looks like it's turning around right there. Let's zoom in a little bit closer to find out. Is it actually turning around? Well, 30 days ago, here we go. 30 days ago, we're at 260. We shoot up to 282. Then we drop down to 255. And now we're up over almost to 290. The high was yesterday. Today pulled back. I've never, ever, ever heard anybody say, hey, look at Progressive. It's at the high of the year. Let's buy it and wait for it to go higher. That just doesn't make sense. So I'm going to say no to Progressive for this week. However, in about 2 weeks, I'm going to write Progressive down for 2 weeks from today, because my assumption would be after profit taking, this thing's going to drop and probably somewhere around 265, 270 after they have profit taken. So I'll look at Progressive again in 2 weeks. Not this week. PGR. 2 weeks from today. All right. What's the difference between a long call and a covered call? A long call is something you buy further out, like a month or 2 or 3 or 4. Okay? Covered calls, you got to buy the stock first before you sell the option against it. Invested income in your, I have no idea what that means. GG strategy. I have no idea what that means. Let's play baseball. Good evening, sir. What's your most popular? Okay, I already did that one. All right. Soon. What the heck is soon? S-U-N-E. Hell no. Annalie. N-L-Y. Interesting. Ooh, I like that. Let's take a look at this one. High, low is, look, it goes sideways, jumps up, pulls back. Now it's back up here again. 1948 to 1950. Oh, fuck, it's only 12 cents. Sorry. Even though the chart looks great, look at the numbers. The 1950 is going for 12 cents a share. 12 cents is less than 1% of a $19 stock. Okay, so 1% of $19 is 19 cents. I mean, it's that easy. 19 cents is 1% of $19. But 12 cents is less. No, I'm going to pass on Annalie. Sorry, kiddo. Travis Wilkerson. Only one book I see searching 10-minute trader. Okay, try the 10-minute trader. Hold on a second. All right, here. And, all right. The10minutetrader.com. Facebook, LinkedIn, Patreon, TikTok, podcast, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and what does that say? Books by James. That would be me. Books by James. Okay? The 10 Trading with Dividends, the 10-minute trader, book number 4. Dividends on Steroids, book number 2. How to receive 10 to 20 checks per month like clockwork, the 10-minute trader, book number 1. Okay, they're there. Okay, you just got to, I have to admit my website's not the greatest in the world. This is a hobby. This is not a business. Okay, I do this for the fun of it. So yeah, that's where they are. And I probably should have them on my own freaking page, but I don't. I'm having someone work on that for me. So let's keep on moving on. Tim Beck's welcome. Can we look at MAAS? Why? Okay, why are we looking at Edwin? MAAS. Highest performance ADR. Nope. No options. No thank you. There you go. We looked. Okay, Warren Buffett says there's no money in insurance. Well, actually, there is. Okay, Teddy? Do you realize, Teddy? Now, I'm pretty sure you don't realize this because you wouldn't have said that had you realized it. But stock options, okay? call options, put options. They're actually insurance policies, Teddy. Okay? They're actually insurance policies. Okay, they were originally created to keep rich people from losing money. If you thought your stock was going to drop, you would buy a put. You'd buy a put. So if and when the stock drops, the value of the put would increase so you didn't lose any money. But you did have to pay a premium, which is this right here. And it didn't take long for some interesting little guys to come up and say, you know what if I do this insurance policy against that insurance policy against this insurance policy, to come up with interesting trading strategies using these insurance policies. Okay, a call option is an insurance policy. A put option is an insurance policy. You pay for something. Now what you're paying for is either to buy or sell something by a certain date at a certain price. Almost the exact same as life insurance on yourself, or home insurance on your home, or car insurance on your car. You get benefits, you have a little fine print, all that kind of crap. Same thing with call options and put options. They're insurance policy. Oh, take a look at this. Sweet, got it. Time to read. There you go, name. DAL, Delta Airlines. DAL. I actually own some Delta Airlines, just in case you were wondering. Okay? Now, I do tell you, if you guys name a stock and I have it, I will let you know. All right, so Delta Airlines. High, low, was, is. Look at this. Down, up, down, up. Awesome! I'm letting my Delta Airlines go this week only because I bought it down here. Now it's up here. It doesn't make sense for me to roll it forward because... All right, let's play ball soon. Okay, talking to the John Grisham of financial literature. No idea what that means, but okay. Kind of do, but no. Money. Did we go over target? No, we haven't done target yet. Were you in Pins, boss? Is Pins a movie? Because I was in a couple of movies, but that was a long time ago. Okay. Cool beans. All right, so CRM. What the heck is CRM? Okay, we're going to do target next. Hold that thought. Pinterest. Oh, yeah, I have a Pinterest account. CRM. What the heck is CRM? CRM. Salesforce. Is Salesforce 20 years old? I don't think so. CRM. Okay. I'm going to say no to CRM only because 5 dividends. They're just getting started. Okay, I'll look at them again for my own consideration in 19 years. Okay? That's only a year, dude. No. NPS. And what the heck is NPS? Oops. NPS. Would you believe we haven't done a single trade yet tonight? Isn't that weird? Symbols for NPS not coming up. That's going to be a no. All right. Let's go back to where we were. All right. Next. Target. Let's do Target because we haven't done that one yet. Okay, Teddy. Salesforce is a great company. Goodbye now. Okay, now I looked at Teddy. If you like it, awesome. Do you still offer the software? No, I have somebody actually working on the software because it just doesn't work anymore. See, interesting thing, when you come up with a software and it works great, and then wherever you get the data from, and they change even one little word, letter, or apostrophe on the URL, the software doesn't work anymore. So I had some great software in the past. I don't have it anymore. LHSD, Bill. Okay, wait a minute. I meant PINs had earnings today. Oh, I thought you were talking about Pinterest. PINS. Pinterest doesn't have 20 years of dividends, dude. They haven't been around for 20 years, have they? Am I that much in the cloud? Uh-oh. What the hell am I looking at? Something's wrong with that. All right, that ain't working. Okay, so let's take a look at Pinterest. Why the hell not? Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at this. Up, down, sideways, up, down, up. 27.86. We're looking at the 28s. The 28s aren't even on here. Oh, damn it. All right. So this is going to be a little challenging only because after hours, here we go, and they've changed all this on after hours. So we can't see. Not with this one anyway. Alcoa. Ooh, Techno. I like Alcoa. I actually own some Alcoa. Here we go. Take a look. The high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up, down. Now she's going up. Nice. I like that. So let's take a quick look. 25.72. The 26 is going for 73. That works. Let's actually do a trade on this one. Okay. We've been waiting so long. Haven't done a single trade all night. No more Canadian steel. Okay. Not quite sure what that means, but alrighty then. It's not that I buy Canadian steel, so it doesn't mean anything to me. A year ago, Alcoa was at 37.03. The high of the year was the end of November, 47.91. The bottom of the year is 21.33. All right, well, let's look at the last 90 days. Well, because the last 90 days gives me an idea of what other investors are looking at. Here's the high, here's the low. Look at the movement. Down, up, down, sideways. Just sideways. Okay, no big moves. All right, well, let's zoom in a little closer to look at the last 30 days. Because the last 30 days, shit, that just looks weird. Okay. High, the low, look at the motion. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she should be going up. Should be. So let's take a look. Let's actually do a trade on this one. Let's do the 26s. All right, let's get rid of that. This will be the first trade of the night. And we're at what? Not even 11 o'clock yet. All right, we're going to do the 26s right here. Here we go. Okay, one contract. At the market. Here we go. And here is what she sounds like. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Here we go. Buy one covered call Alcoa, AA, 100, that's the weekly. 16 May 25. Well, that's next Friday. Okay, so the option here is going to expire next Friday. So the $26 call option against the Alcoa stock at the market to open to open. Now the reason it says to open because you're doing two trades at once. You're buying the stock and then you're selling the option. Okay, almost instantaneously. It's like you step up to the accounts. Hey, I want to buy this. Okay, now I want to sell that. Simple, right? The maximum profit, $122. What is it going to cost me? $2,400. So let's do the math. What does that come to? Well, here we go. And the calculator. Got to drag the calculator over to there. And there it is. Okay, clear that out of there. The maximum profit. Set maximum profit, 122. Now, 122 divided by the cost of the trade, including commissions and fees, $2,478. $2,478. That gives you a grand total of holy shit. Huh. I like that one, 4.9. Well, that's nice. So, if I buy the stock tomorrow morning, sell a covered call, which basically means I'm selling somebody the right, not the obligation. They don't have to do it if they don't want to. I'm selling them the right to buy it from me at almost the same price I just paid for it. Okay? The current price, $25.72. Okay, I buy the stock at the market open. So whatever it opens at in the morning, that's what I'm buying it for. And then I'm turning around and selling someone to buy it from me at $26. Anytime. Now the nice thing about stock options in the U.S., okay, U.S. stock options can be exercised anytime they want. Now European options, you can only exercise them on the day of expiration. Might be a little challenging, but it is what it is. Teddy, you meant aluminum. Okay. Okay, so what are we looking at? OHA. All right, Bill, I'm not going to be looking at any more stuff from you, dude. Okay, load. Oh, Low Detroit. Okay, Low Detroit wants to take a look at Wally World. So let's look at Wally World for Mr. Low Detroit. Let's change this back to that. Let's go this right here. Wait a second. I said I'd do Target first. So let's do Target first, and then we'll do Wally World. TGT. Interesting. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Sideways, big drop, up, down, sideways. Okay. Well, currently we're at 96.93. Now we all know, come on, it's not that hard. The closest strike price to 96.93 is going to be the 97. The 97 is going for $2.02. That's more than 2%. Well, look at where it is. Does it make sense? Now you're going to make most of your money buying low and selling high. Well, you can't get any lower than the low of the year. Okay, this thing was close to 170. Now it's at 90. So from 170 to 90, that's what? Almost a 50% drop. All right, so let's take a look. All right, hold on. A year ago, we were at 160. The high of the year, which was the end of August, and that was 167.40. Look at this big drop right here from 155 all the way down to 121. I bet you that hurt someone. Last 90 days, right there. Look at the last 90 days. This is the last 3 months for Target. 30-day high, 90-day high, 90-day bottom. She just drops, goes sideways, big drop. Here's the bottom right there. Now she's just going sideways. Let's take a closer look at the last 30 days. Last 30 days. Here we go. Look at that. Okay? Down, up, down, up. Well, here, she gapped up today, but then she pulled back. But she still closed higher today than she closed yesterday. So even though today was a down day, it's still 2 days up from this bottom here. Okay? Because you got a top, your 30-day top here, pulls back, and it turns around, goes back up. 86 is in the house. Open to charts, open to chats, friends, and whatever flows naturally. Well, thank you there, Miss Amanda. Look at HTLR. Amanda, let's make some new memories with strangers who could be friends. Alrighty. Bill, quantum antenna, listen, I'm not cut off. Okay. A1 steak, if you buy enough, it will go higher. Yeah, that ain't happening. David, $26 for 120-ish for May 16th. David, I have no idea what that means. What was that Alcoa strike price and date? Uh-oh. Alcoa. What was it again? I forget. Well, the date was next Friday. The strike price was the 26th. But it's not a tip. It's not advice. I'm just reading the numbers that I looked at. Okay. Thank you, Quantum Antenna. Do you understand what the squares are on the screen because don't know what they are? Squares on the screen. I don't see any squares on the screen. I see candlesticks. Let's keep on keeping on. All right. You guys run. Uh-oh. UNP. What the heck is UNP? UNP. Union Pacific. Is that right? Yeah, Union Pacific. Okay, cool. The high, the low, where was it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down, up. 216.84. The 217s are going for 285. Yeah, that's over 1%. We'll zoom in. Zoom in. A year ago, we're right around 243. The high of the year was on the beginning of September. 258. Okay. She drops, retraces. Last 90 days looks something like that. Here's the last 90 days. Up, down, big drop, up, down, up. Okay, so she is going to the upside now. Okay, 216.84, the 217s right there. Let's do one on Union Pacific, just for the fun of it. Okay, we've been here long enough. This is only the second trade we've done today because you guys keep asking questions. You got some interesting stuff. All right, one contract at the market. There we go. And there it is. Buy one covered call, Union Pacific 100. That's the weekly. 16 May 25. That's this coming Friday. The 217.50 call option against the stock at the market to open. Here's the profit, 379. 379 per contract. Well, if you have enough to buy 4, 5, 10, 20 contracts, great. You just multiply by that number. That's why you were supposed to pay attention in algebra class. I know there's some of you out there that didn't pay attention in algebra class. There's always someone. Okay, so calculator. 378.50. 378.50 divided by the maximum, cost of the trade plus commissions and fees. 21,372. 21,372 equals 1.77. Well, this is 1.77. Didn't we just look at Alcoa at 4%? Well, which one do you like better? Alcoa, Union Pacific. That being said, let's keep on moving on. NSC. What the heck is NSC? Back to the beginning, because it's a nice place to be. NSC. Norfolk Southern Corporation. Okay. High, low, look at the motion. Down, up, down, up, down, up. 224. There is no 224. Shoot. Sorry, there's no 224, but the 225s are going for 180. So if I buy a 224, sell a 225, pick up 180, that's not 1%. Well, let's take a look at the motion. What does it look like? Okay, a year ago, we're at 231. The high of the year, look at that, we got a double high at 277 in November and December. 277.80. Okay. Last 90 days. Up, down, up, sideways. It doesn't look that good here. But let's zoom in a little closer to the 30 days. Here's the last 30 days. High, low, look at this. Up, down, sideways. Yeah, not that attractive. What does seasonality look like? Interesting. I don't know about you guys, but what I'm seeing, okay, this thing basically goes down this time of year. Now, that's not guaranteed, Okay, that is historical performance, which means just because it did it last 10 years, not a guarantee that it's going to do it again. Yeah, I know that's uncomfortable to hear. If it's been doing it, averaging going down over the last 10 years, it's probably going to do it again. Probably, but it's not guaranteed. Teddy, what was the stock price increasing trend on one of those rules? Yes, it was. Oh, Wolf wants to take a look at Siri. And yes, I do own Siri. Uh-oh. Let's do this right here. And back to the beginning. All right, so let's take a quick look at Siri. Siri, Siri. And I do have some Siri also, just to let you know. Okay, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 2160. The 2150s will go for 54. That's over 2%. Well, that's a yes. Well, let's zoom in a little closer. Get a little closer. Now, don't be shy. All right, here we go. Okay, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. See that? It's going up. So, last 30 days. Oh, it doesn't look good. But there is that possibility. Like I said, I do own some. So the bottom was 30 days ago. She shoots up. Takes 3 weeks to shoot up to the top. Pulled back. Now she's up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days to the upside. Can it go for another week? Can it? So, 2172. 22s. Let's do the 22s. Why the hell not? The 22s. Because I actually do own this thing. 22. There we go. One contract. Just to see what it looks like. And here it is. Buy one covered call of Siri. 16 May 25. That means the option expires this coming Friday. Not tomorrow, but next Friday. The 22 call at the 22 call against Siri at the market to open. Maximum profit $75. Cost of trade plus commissions $2,100. Let's do the math. Let's do the math. 75 is the profit, and divided by what it's costing me, 21.25. 3.5%. Well, that's not that bad. 3.5%. Write that one down. Siri, 3.5. I like 3.5%. Okay, interesting. SMG. What the heck is SMG? SMG. Scott's Miracle-Gro. No. Sorry, dude. December, those are months. Months of the year. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. Monthly options. Okay. Do you consider open interest? Once in a while I do, but for the most part, no. Okay, isn't it crazy to buy to open 100 shares at market? The stock could open too high. Okay, free speech and other stuff. There's a reason I buy at the market at the open. Okay, would you like to know? Let's go back to M for Macy's. Ooh, look at that. Macy's was on a nice uptrend. Gotta love it. So, the reason I buy on an... okay, let's do this. Hold on. Let's get rid of that. Let's do the 12s on Macy's. Alrighty. And one contract. Now, there's a reason I buy at the market on open. Okay? Now, the reason is a market order will fill instantaneously, first thing in the morning. So what do you think happens then? As soon as the market order opens, the option order gets filled also. And I already know what the option is going to be. So let's go and hit this right here. Read this closely. Buy one covered call of Macy's 100. 16 May 25. That means it expires next Friday. The $12 call option at the market to open. Maximum profit $45.50. I already know what my profit is going to be before I even do it. So the stock and the option are tied together in a covered call. Okay? We already know what they're going to be. So if I'm getting $45.50 for one contract, and the contract is costing me $1,100, well, let's figure that one out. Okay, option $45.50 divided by the cost of the trade plus commissions and fees, $11.55, and that comes to 3.9%. Well, I like Macy's. Macy's has been in business for over 100 years. And can it spike up? Well, if it spikes up in the morning and I buy it at the market open, well, the option goes hand in hand because they're tied together. If the stock price jumps, the option price jumps with it. So you're doing both of them at the exact same, almost the exact same time, because you got to fill the stock order first before you can sell the option order. Okay, so yeah, I don't mind doing it that way. I haven't been burned yet, and I've been doing this for quite a long time. Okay, Market Beat. Market Beat wants to know, why do I like the weeklies and not the monthlies? Just trying to understand. Well, you mean Market Beat, besides the fact of me telling you that I've been doing this for about 2 decades, it's about 20 years. And out of all that time, I singled out that I don't like monthlies, and now you're questioning why? Okay, understand. Let's take a look, and I'll tell you why I don't like monthlies. It's surprising, and nobody's asked this question in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, Market Beat, you ready? Okay, this is Macy's right here. Okay? Now, 30 days ago today, the stock opened up right around $10. Okay? It dropped all the way down to $9.80. That's the low of the 30-day period. Now, the very next day is the 30-day high, just over 12. So she goes from 980 to 12 overnight. That's got nothing to do with it. But she comes down, she goes up, she comes down, she goes up. All right, now it's at $11.79. The closest strike price to $11.79 is going to be the 12. Now, we just did this one in the weekly options. 9 May, 16 May, 23 May, 30 May, 6 June, 13 June, blah, 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 every 7 days. Now, by looking at this chart right here, doing a weekly option, that means the next 5 days. Where does it look like the stock is going to be in 5 days? Okay, look at the movement. See how it's going up? Okay, it pulled back a little bit. Now we have 2 days to the upside. It looks like it's going up. That's probably a good guess, right? For the next 5 days. Well, great. That next 5 days, that option, hold on. That option the $12 option, we just did the math, and it was 3.5% for 1 week. Okay? 3.5% for 1 week. Okay, you got that? Market beat? Now, let's take a look at a monthly option. And I'll do one that you people all like. O Realty. I don't like O Realty. But, here we go. O Realty, 30 days, right there. Okay? Here is 30 days. 30 days ago today, O Realty opened up right around 52. The bottom of the 30-day period was right around 51. Shoots up to 59, pulls back a little bit. Now she's going sideways. Great. It's at 56.25 at this moment in time. Now, here is the main reason I don't like monthlies. Are you ready? Here's 30 days. Okay, up, down, up, down. Now, where's it going to be in 30 days? Why are you doing a covered call if you have no idea where it's going to be in 30 days? Because you got to guess where is it going to be in 30 days. It is 30 days right there. Okay, well, let's look at 90 days. Okay, here's 90 days. Look, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's 90 days. That's 3 months. Okay? Now, where's it going to be in 30 days? It's not that easy to figure out where a stock is going to be in 30 days. Now, hold on a second, because it gets worse. Okay? Now, this stock is only 7 days out. It's 56.45. They don't have a 56.45. They don't have a 56. They have a 55. But if I do the 55, okay, if I buy it at 56.45 and I sell the 55, okay, I'm losing $1.45, right? Okay, so you take $1.45 off of that, and what am I getting? 0. Okay, well, let's move to the next strike price. The next one is June 20th. Well, the 55 for June 20th is $2.10. Okay, but I'm still losing $1.45. If I buy it at 56.45, sell it at 55, I'm losing $1.45. So, what is my profit? Okay, if I buy it at 56.45 and I sell it at 55, I lose $1.45. Now I'm walking away with 60 cents. 60 cents on a $56 stock is 1%. 1% for 40, those who can't add really quick. Okay? 43 days divided by 7 days in a week. I don't like monthlies because monthlies just don't pay. For me. And it's very challenging to figure out where this thing is going to be in 30 days. Okay? It's hard to figure out where it's going to be in 30 days, and it doesn't pay. I want 1% every single week, which means I'd have to get 6% on that trade. And that trade's not paying 6%. That trade's paying 1%. You don't like keeping the capital in for a percentage? Gotcha. Well, not for 1%, dude. Why would I invest my money, okay, for 1% per month? That's only 12% per year. Yeah, no, thank you. I'll take 1% every single week. That's over 50% a year. You want to do 1% a month? Hey, more power to you. Sorry, need to be more clear. Well, when I say I don't do monthly options because they just don't pay, there's always somebody who says, well, why don't they pay? Because they just don't. I don't know why they don't pay. You do the math yourself. It just doesn't pay. It just doesn't. All right, let's get this out of here. Let's get rid of that. Okay. All right. And what do we have next? DGRO. What the heck is DGRO? DGRO is a no. Imagine that. Wasn't that quick? Didn't I just say, like 5 seconds ago, 10 seconds ago, I don't do monthlies? 16 May, 20 June, 19 September, 19 December? No, and hell no. Sorry, Explorer MC, I don't do monthly options. Okay, Techno. Oh, Estee Lauder. I was going to say El Toritos, but EL, Estee Lauder. I like Estee Lauder. Nice numbers. Here's your high, here's your low. Look at the motion. Big drop, up, down, and now here's the bottom here in April. Now we're bumping up. Now I did buy Estee Lauder back in November after this big huge drop here. Made a nice amount on Estee Lauder. But we're here now. Well, let's find out what's going on, because I like that chart. It looks pretty damn good. All right, a year ago, 127.08. The high of the year, 139. Are you ready for this? 139 is the high, and the low is just below 50. That is more than a 60% drop. That's a big ass drop. Anyway, we're at 61.24 now, which means we'll be looking at the 60. All right, let's get out of this. I don't want that. I don't want that one. I want this one. All right, the 62. All right, well, the 62 is going for 2%. All right, well, let's zoom in a little closer and see how this thing looks. The last 90 days, right there. High, low, is, look at the motion. Up, down, up. Okay, let's zoom in a little closer. We'll take a look at the last 30 days. Yeah, I'm going to say no. That was quick, wasn't it? High, low, look at the motion. It's at the 30-day high. Even though it looked good on the 90-day chart, it don't look so good on the 30-day chart. Mr. Detroit wants to take a look at Wally World, WMT. Nope. No to Wally World. The high was Monday, now she's coming down. Wasn't that quick? It shouldn't take that long once you know what you do. I'm looking for 5 things. The high, the low, where was it, where is it, what's the direction? Down, up, down, up, down. Not that difficult. There's no need to make it more complicated than it needs to be. What is a reversal? What is a reversal? Watch this. You ready? See where it is? It comes down, and it reverses and goes back up. And then it goes here, and then it reverses and goes back down. And then it goes here, and then it reverses and go back up. Reversal just means it's changing direction. That's all that means. Does anybody like monthly? Teddy, a whole bunch of people like it. Okay, Guru, do you consider open interest? No, I don't. Thank you, sir. Have a good night. You too. Where are we? DRGOL. Okay. Wampa wants to take a look at Tractor Supply. TSCO. And here it is. Ooh, look at that. High, low is, look at this. Sideways drop up. 51.42. The 51.50s don't have it. The 52.2s. 60 cents. That works. Simple, right? Okay, a year ago, we're at 53. Shoots on up to the high of the year at 61.45. The bottom of the year right there, 46.85. The last 90 days. Last 90 days. Okay. High, low is, look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, the 90-day high is way here at 60. The 90-day bottom is way down here at 47. Lots of space up there. But what does the 30-day chart look like? Because I'm not looking for 30-day options. I'm looking for 5-day options. So 5-day option, I got to be a little bit more careful of what I'm jumping into. Bottom, up, down, up. Okay, 1, 2, 2.5 weeks. You think you get another week? Now, think about it clearly. Seriously, think about it. The bottom's here at 47. The top is here at 52. So from 47 to 52 is $5. At 47, $5 increase is more than 10%. So, and I don't think it will do 3 weeks up. So, sorry. NVAX. What the heck is NVAX? NVAX. Yeah, no. AbbVie. Ooh, Detroit wants to take a look at AbbVie. Oh, bummer. AbbVie's going to be a no. It doesn't take long when you know what you're looking for. Here's the high. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 days to the downside from the 30-day high. 30-day bottom, 30-day top. Profit taken. Yeah, no thank you. Walter, thank you for that, Walter. Free speech and other stuff wants to take a look at Foot Locker. I do own some Foot Locker. Yes, I do. Oh, and an update for Foot Locker. Cool beans. High, low, is, look at this. Up, down, up. Okay, let's take a quick gander at it. A year ago, we're at 2354. Uh-oh, low battery. Low battery's never a good thing, so let's plug it in. Plug it in, plug it in. All right. There we go. Now it's charging. All right. A year ago, 2354. The high of the year, 34. Check that out. High of the year, 34. The low of the year, down here at 10. That's a 66% drop. Can you imagine that? 66% drop, and I own it. It is what it is. I bought it, now it's down. I think I bought it at 22, now it's at 12. Okay. Last 30 days. Here we go. Okay. High, low, look at this. Up, down, now it's going up. I love 2 days to the upside. I do. Okay, there's a top here, pulls back, because in a couple of days, this is going to drop off, and this is going to be the new 30-day high. Okay, she drops down, 1, 2 days to the top side. If she opens up higher tomorrow, I like 2 days to the upside. The third day is where I jump in. All right. Stop. 6, 1, 3, 6, 7, 9. Why couldn't your parents just name you Pete, or Tom, or Fred? We already looked at Ford. Sorry. You're good, cool beans. Joe Berman, you own Foot Locker. What call did I sell this week? I sold the 7s. I think, oh, wait a minute. No, I didn't. Foot Locker. I think I sold the 1250s, I think. But I already rolled mine over into next week. Are we doing covered calls on these stocks? Nacho Daddy, yes, we are. I hate Ford with passion. All right, Mr. Luke. You don't like Ford? You don't have to buy it. All right, that being said, ooh, Techno wants to take a look at Intel. Now, I do own some Intel, INTC. Intel, 21 bucks. Ooh, I like that chart. Look at that. The high, low, look at the movement. Up, big drop, up, down, up, down, up. Okay. 21. The 21's going for 56. That's more than 2%. That works. Okay, a year ago, Intel was at 30. She jumps all the way up to 37. Look at this. She jumps up to 37. That's the high of the year, 37. Well, look what the low is. Below 18. That's a 50% drop. And I own the damn thing. Anyway. Last 90 days. Check out that. I mean, that is pretty. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going back up again. Works for me. Dennis Mancini, how are you this evening? Haven't seen you in a couple of days. Hope everything's good over there. Kevin, I'm all alone here. I missed the TikTok crowd. Sorry, Kev. Okay, don't get me wrong. Instagram, not a whole heck of a lot happens over to Instagram. Uh-oh. Market Beat wants to take a look at Seagate. STX. Seagate. Oh, wait a minute. Let's finish up with Intel. Because Intel looks good. Look at the last 30 days from Intel. Okay. Bottom, top, down, up, down, up. So it's going up. Great. It's at 21. Now, the big question, we got a couple of very simple, very big questions. First question, big one. Does it make sense? It's either yes or a no. Either you understand it and it makes sense. Well, how can it not make sense? Okay, never buy something you don't want to own long term. Make sure it's a good quality company before you buy it. That right there should make sense. Well, selling it for more than you paid for it, well, that makes sense too. So it should make sense. Luke, Intel is going out of business. Going to be a pink slip. Okay, Luke, thank you. But at this moment in time, it's in an uptrend. Selby 8, AT&T. Selby, hold that thought. We got 2 more stocks to look at after this. Okay? Now, I'm terribly sorry Luke doesn't like Intel, but I do own some. Okay? At 21 right now. Now, this is not a tip. This is not a recommendation. The 20s are going for, let's see, quickly. At the market. And here we go. Buy one covered call. Intel 16 May 25. That's next Friday. The call option against Intel at the market to open. $50, $54 is the profit. $2,000 is the investment. So what does that look like? Didn't we do one very similar to this earlier? 54.50 divided by 2,000, 46. 2.6% on Intel. Got to write that one down. INTC 2.6. 2.6. Nice. Okay, now we'll take a look at Seagate. Seagate. Rid of that. Oh, no. Get rid of that. Change this back to there. And we're going to Seagate. STX. STX. Nope. Boy, that was quick, wasn't it? That wasn't even 2 seconds. Look at that. 30-day bottom, 30-day top. I don't ever buy at the top. Who asked for Seagate? Sorry, Market Beat. That's a no for me. Never, ever have I ever heard anybody say, hey, stock's at the all-time high. Let's buy it. Yeah, no. That's a no. Between Apple products dropping their chips and other players, NVDA, I think, is a dying business. Okay. Detroit. What strike price for Intel? 21. Weren't you paying attention? Okay. Hugo Lino. Contreras. ¿Qué pasa, amigo? ¿Cómo está? ¿Está bien? Okay, Jersey wants to take a look at Riot. So Seagate's a no. AT&T, that's a no. Riot, RIOT, that, ooh, interesting. Well, let's take a look at Riot. Okay. High, low, was, is, all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. 844, the 850s are going for 39. That's over 4%. Seriously, take a look. The current price, 844. The 850s are going for 39. Now, 8 times 4 is 36. 39, 8.5. All right, anyway, let's take a look. Now, I do own some Riot, just in case you're wondering. A year ago, 1028. The high of the year, 1584. The bottom of the year, 614. All right, last 90 days. Right there. Last 90 days. High, low, was, is. Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. All right, so it is going to the upside. You can plainly see that. All right, let's take a gander. Last 30 days. See, the last 30 days kind of makes it look not that good of an idea. Because here's your 30-day bottom. Here's your 30-day top. Pulled back, went up. It is 2 days to the upside. But look at where it is compared to the bottom of the 30-day period. That don't look that good. Do LEU. LEU. What the heck is LEU? Never heard of it. You know, A1 Steak, if I've never heard of it, and I don't want to brag, but if I've never heard of it, it's probably going to be a no. LEU. Centrus Energy Corp. Oh, imagine that it is a no. See? Monthly. 16 May, 20 June, 18 July, 15 August. No, no, and no. You've been here long. This is not your first rodeo, dude. You've been here before. You know I don't like monthly options. And you know rule number 1, never buy something you don't understand. So if you don't understand it, why are you asking me to do your work for you? Uh-oh, Market Beat wants to take a look at Lockheed Martin. LMG for Lockheed Martin. Ooh, nice. Check a look at that right there. High, low, was, is. Look at sideways, up, down, up, down, up. 474.50. So 475 is going for 660. That's over 1.5%. If you like Lockheed Martin. Now, I don't do stocks over $300, so Detroit wants to take a look at Devon Energy. I actually have some Devon Energy. Okay, so the high of the year, 621. The bottom of the year of 418. That's $200 a share. Ouch, that's 30%. Okay, well, let's take a look at the last 30 days. Okay, high, low, look at this. 2 days to the upside, that baby's definitely going up. That looks good. What does this thing normally do? Well, let's take a look at the seasonality for Lockheed Martin. Well, I don't know about you, but look at that. Just because it goes down for the last 10 years in a row doesn't mean it's going to do it again, but it gives me a very uncomfortable feeling. Alrighty, so I'm going to say no to Lockheed Martin because it don't look that good. Even though, yeah, your 30-day bottom being here and your 30-day top being here, not really much more space there. Okay, last one on the list. Okay, Hugolino. MSTR, no. Aaron bought Riley at 440. Now I can't get 1%. Why can't you get 1%? Why not sell the threes? I sold the threes on mine. I bought mine at $6 and I sold my options for this week at 3. And I got, I think, 3% on that one. Okay, Luke. See, this is the zoom out I was talking about. What the hell zoom out are you talking about? Looking years back, you said it doesn't matter. I don't zoom out. I look at 1 year, 90 days, 30 days, and seasonality. DAL. Okay, Hugo, we already did DL earlier today. Okay, Hugo, MSTR, no. But we'll do Devon Energy. That'll be the last one for the evening. Oh, guest 11337. How are you doing this evening? Okay, last one for the evening is going to be Devon Energy, DVN, and here we go. Ooh, nice. Okay, the high, the low. Take a look at the movement. Down, up, sideways, down, and then up. 32.32. The 32s are going for 74. The 32.50s are going for 50. That works. No, wait, HVF. Hell no. Bill, come on. Bill, seriously. All right, Bill, I'm going to make an agreement with you. If I look at HVF, and it is what I think it is, I'm going to block you for a week. TQQQ, oh, no, forget it. Nope, I'm not even going to bother now. You know TQQ I don't like. I misunderstood. All right. Okay, A1 steak, I already did LEU. It's a no. Bill, do me a favor. Learn how to use a financial website. Okay? I know you're entertained here. I know you like to interact. It's great. Wonderful. But seriously, if you have any inclination whatsoever to do any investing at all, learn how to use a financial website. Okay? And then look at what you're asking me to look at. I know off the top of my head, TQQQ is a no. I also know that HVF is a no. So why are you asking me stuff that I already know the answers to? And if you knew how to do it, you wouldn't be asking. The last one we're looking at is Devon Energy. It's past 11:30. Let's finish this up. The last 30 days for Devon Energy looked a little bit like that. No. Seriously, look at it. Here's the bottom here. Here's the high. It's just going sideways. Okay? 4 days to the downside. Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today was just an up day. So wait a couple of days. What's going to happen with it? Okay? These are going to disappear next week. And that's going to be the new 30-day high. And this will be the new 30-day low. Anyway. All that being said. Okay, we're done for the evening. You guys over here, hope you had a good night. Nobody had any questions over here. I find that rather strange, but all right. All right, so you guys over here on Zoom, guys have a great night, and we'll see you again. We'll see you tomorrow. Remember, 2:30 tomorrow. Okay, I'll send out the link tomorrow right around 1 o'clock, so 2:30, and we'll see you guys then. Good night. And end meeting. All right. So you guys over here on this YouTube, see you later. And you guys over on Instagram, see you guys later. And you guys over here on TikTok #1, see you guys tomorrow. And you guys here on, what's this one? YouTube #2. Catch you guys tomorrow. And you guys over here, Scotty Young, you're welcome. Have a good night. I am done for the evening. Actually, I'm done for the week.